So let me get this straight. Mayor Johnson went from accepting busloads of illegals from Texas to talking about putting sanctions on them to fine the bus companies for dropping off people here in his sanctuary city. And he then turns around and says he's going to start arresting bus drivers. He's going to start finding the bus company $750 per person. And on top of that, he's going to have the ability to impound the buses. So all this talk and this possibility of putting things into legislation, the Rosemont mayor goes ahead and does it. And they've supposedly already taken possession of one bus. One bus company's already been fined, and one bus driver's been put in jail or something to that extent, because they didn't think that they were actually going to follow through with it. Well, the Rosemont mayor did. Now, to counteract that, he says, oh, well, you gave me paperwork and stuff on buses. How about we start putting them on private planes, unmarked planes, and flying them right into your airport? So this is exactly what happened. Yesterday, they had a load of migrants. Yesterday, the day before, I had a load of migrants show up on a plane that were flown in privately. And he says, well, if you want to find my buses and stuff, then I'll just fly people in private jets. And I'll drop them off at the airport. And then you can have an airport full of migrants, illegals. Good luck. I hope your people that fly in and fly out enjoy having to go through all this. What the heck is going on, man? At some point, the military is going to have to get involved. The military is going to have to go down to the border. They're going to have to secure the border. Or we are going to have to... Something's going to have to happen. This is absolutely unbelievable. More people are getting sick in these migrant commercial buildings that they're putting them in. The crime is up. The drugs are up. The trafficking is up. Everything is just absolutely atrocious. There's more breaks in the border wall now than there ever has been. People getting desperate, trying to find the smallest part of a fence or something that they can open up more or pry back. And they showed yesterday, there was a guy that was on the border, and he was running from the sheriff that was on the border, and he drove off of the road into he stranded the truck, jumped off the side of this cliff area and stuff, him and this other guy that were driving, or maybe just him by himself, and left the family that they were trying to traffic in the truck. So it was like a lady and maybe another lady and a kid, or it was a lady and a couple kids, and they were like, this guy was supposed to be smuggling them in. It just dumps them, dives off into like a ravine or over the side of a hill and stuff like that to get out of there. Then the new Fox News reports are that there was kind of a hiccup. There's a bunch of dudes coming from India. I mean, there's probably a good 20 of them in a group. And the reporter goes up to him and asks him, where you trying to go? Where are you trying to go? Oh, California, 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 California. Everybody, California, California. Well, California has way more people than we do when it comes to these illegals. They're hurting pretty bad right now. And all these Indian guys want to go to California and New Jersey. And the guy says, oh, what are you guys coming here for? What are you coming here for? And everybody's like, a job, more money, job, more money, job, more money, job, more money. And then one guy in the back says, no. Asylum, dangerous, political persecution, something like this. And all of a sudden changes the whole, no more English now. Now all of a sudden it's no more English, and they're speaking their language because they got caught up. And there was the Hispanic reporter, independent reporter that's from the Mexico side and the American side, and he reports on both sides, and he says, well, these people out here are being coached. They're being told exactly what to say, because if they say they just come for jobs or they're just coming for money or something like that, they won't let them in. Technically, they can't have asylum-seeking paperwork, and that's the loophole. Is if you say you're asylum-seeking, that's how you get in. If you say you just come here for jobs and stuff like that, they have a higher chance of deporting you. So a lot of these people are just lying. They're not even seeking asylum. They're just telling them, oh, we're looking for jobs, we're looking for more money, we're looking, and then they get caught up and they're like, oh, no, there's political persecution, asylum seeking, danger in my country, something, no money, can't provide for my family, they're after me, the government is after me, whatever. They make up this 99.9% of them are making up these lies to get in here, and that's how they're getting in. And the government's allowing it to happen. Mayor Johnson's pissed off, and Governor Pritzker's pissed off that the governor of Texas is just shipping them out, and they're like, well, we don't have enough resources to take care of all these people. Well, neither does Texas. But you guys signed up as a sanctuary state. You thought it was a great idea. Then there was recently supposed to be a vote on whether or not we stayed a sanctuary state. You and your aldermen, 31 of them, we have all the names too, all said you guys didn't want to hear what the people had to say, so you knocked the vote down because you knew what would happen. You knew an overwhelming majority would vote for Illinois to be changed to a non-sanctuary state, and a lot of the people that were already here were going to get deported. A lot of the people that were here before the illegals, this new influx of illegals, are going to get deported. And now a lot of those people that are complaining are now like, whoa, wait a second. Yeah, I'm not completely a citizen yet. I'm working on my process and everything else, but this means that there's a higher chance if I get deported if they change the status of this being a sanctuary state. You know what? How about let's leave it a sanctuary state, and let's not vote on this right now, because a lot of people are going to end up getting deported if we change the status of this state. Oh, well, now it doesn't work in your favor because you already here illegally. Now you don't want anybody else to be able to partake in what you've already. I get it. Look, I get it. It's a hard pill to swallow. But a lot of you out there need to understand that if you want this to stop, the status of your states and the way your law is written has to change. And as long as it stays a sanctuary state, ain't nothing going to change. And as long as these government officials are in office that are there, our livelihood, the United States of America, our livelihood here is at the mercy of Canada, Canadian borders, and Mexico borders. What we need to be doing, instead of taking tons of this money and putting it into this immigration issue and stuff that we have here, is helping Mexico secure the border. If they need more money, which they said they're already strapped on their resources, they cannot afford to put any more resources in to helping secure the border. They're not going to help. It's going to be all on us. We are literally at the mercy of these southern states. So unless people are willing to help them do what they have to do, they shouldn't be obligated to make sure the rest of the United States is safe, sucking up all their taxpayers' funds and putting all that money into their security and stuff down there without the federal aid helping them, or us helping them somehow, some way. You think about it, they literally are the line between a complete control takeover or stopping what's going on now and allowing things to kind of reset slowly. It's going to be a long time, but they'll reset. Elections have consequences. Elections have consequences. I can tell you that 100%. And that's why in 2024 I will be voting for Donald J. Trump. Regardless if he's on a ballot or not, I'll write him in. I'm hoping for Donald J. Trump and Vivek is what I'm hoping for. And if it's not that, then somebody, and a good independent somebody. I don't know. But not another Democrat that's going to keep continuing to hold on to these policies. It's ridiculous. Somebody needs to be held accountable for this. And I think it's going to be us Americans that suffer the most. Our country is leaving us slowly, little by little. And we're watching it happen. Until next time, be positive. Think of ways to make change in your community. Think of ways to make change in your life. Think of ways to make change in your job. Think of ways that you can be more successful, more resourceful in a time where Think of things as tragedies about to strike. Prepare for it. Prep, store food, store ammo, store whatever it is that you need to store to make yourself ready for anything that may happen in the future. Get with your communities, talk about what would happen if things started happening in your neighborhood or in your area. Yeah, just be ready. Y'all be blessed. Have a great day. I love y'all.